Oklahoma lawmakers say most everyone agrees it's just time to stop changing our clocks. Of course, today we'll see the dark a lot sooner, and lawmakers say there are options out there to change that. Scott Mitchell hosts part one of Your Vote Counts.
And good morning. Welcome to Your Vote Counts. I'm Scott Mitchell. Jon Echols, Jason Dunnington had to have extra coffee today because we've gone off of daylight savings time. Two topics I hear of all year long that people dislike the most. People driving in the left-hand lane, clogging the lanes, and going off daylight savings time. And we hear from Congress, we hear legislators talking about we need to get rid of this, but how?
Well, here we are again, and you fell back an hour. For those of you that don't know, we started daylight savings time during World War I. It was a way to conserve energy, so went off of that, clearly, after the war was over, but started again in the 70s because of the energy crisis. I'm not sure anyone thinks that we should have this. Certainly anyone that has children doesn't think that we should have this, especially when it affects us again in the spring, when we spring forward an hour. But I hope that you got up this morning on the right time, that you've had your coffee, and that you're on way to church.
Yeah, double espresso. So everybody hates it, except people sell electricity, right? Because that's going to go up. But it's not easy to understand what could happen.
Yeah, one of the things I love about the show is it's not always just political back and forth. There's like real issues. And honestly, I get a lot of emails on this. So here's the reality. We can move to standard time just by the legislature, and there's bills to do that. In order to move to permanent daylight savings time, you have to have federal congressional approval. The split seems to be the amount of people that are upset over wanting to move to daylight savings time permanently or wanting to move to standard permanently, but we never get it done because that's the breakup. But one of the things almost everyone agrees with, moving the clock back and forth makes no sense anymore. I mean, it's a nonsensical thing to do, but I agree with my colleague. I hope you're up, you've had your coffee, and you're on the way to church this morning.
Okay, and be careful tomorrow because the data shows it's a dangerous day. Heart attacks, strokes, car wrecks. It's bad. It's really bad. Okay, let's talk about something we like to talk about because it happens a lot, and that is medical marijuana. Some new laws going into effect, orders, all kinds of new stuff.
Yeah, so we are really fighting medical marijuana that is illegal medical marijuana inside the legislature. I was proud to have authored with Senator Lonnie Paxton, who's doing a great job on this issue, a bill that would really attack these illegal grows that are purposely skirting the law. So one of the things it says, like they do in Colorado, if you're purposefully not paying your sales taxes, they can shut you down. So if you're a dispensary right now and you're not following the law, don't do it. If you're using undocumented workers, this is human trafficking. If you're using them, the state of Oklahoma now can come in and shut you down. The goal is the people that are doing it legally, it's a legal business. But I was proud to have authored this law with Senator Paxton, and we are coming after the illegal grows.
Just like they did going after Al Capone. It's like past his prologue. Your thoughts about this?
Well, yeah, November 1st, a lot of new laws went into effect, and a number of those dealing with medical marijuana that my colleagues already talked about. Another one that went into effect was allowing the AG to have a little bit more authority and power and have some scope in this. And I agree with my colleague. We need to weed out the illegal grows in Oklahoma. I also think, and said this on the show, that we should have just gone to full recreational marijuana and made sure that we were growing it legally, that we were selling it legally, but that we would collect more tax on it. I still think there may be some possibility there in the future, but we'll see.
Weed out. I saw what you did there. Hey, I'll bet you want to watch this next segment. How about that for a tease? See you in a minute.
All right, and again, clocks are changing, but it doesn't stop a lot of people, I know.